from tackling homework struggles to when it is okay for girls to start wearing makeups, our panel of mama experts is back answering your questions.
Serving all of San Diego, this is your Fox 5 News.
All right, the time right now is 9:05. Let's get you over to Erica.
All right, Raul, thanks so much. Real mamas with real advice for all of your parenting questions. Hi, Raul. All right, we're going to meet today's panel of mamas right now. We've got first mommy blogger of Oof, Stephanie Mullen. We also have on the other side Dr. Rachel Goldenhar from the San Diego Psych Association. And right there in the middle, we have blogger Mary Burt Godwin of the Mama Mary Show. Good morning to all y'all. Thank you for being here. Okay, so Stephanie, you specialize in teen issues.
Yes.
And Rachel, you work with families, and then Mary, you focus on the younger kids. So that's good. We've got all categories covered this morning. Okay, let's go ahead and get to our first viewer question. Take a listen.
My name's Laura, and I have a second grader who's 7 years old. And one of our biggest struggles is trying to finish homework in a timely manner. I already use bribery for so many things, and I don't want to use it for homework. Do you have any suggestion to turn my 2-hour homework nightmare down to a half hour?
All right, without the bribing.
Yeah, without the bribing.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
don't take that out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, well, first of all, it's important to remember that the kids have been sitting in school all day long, and we tend to forget that. We think they have recess, they're out running around. They're really not. They're sitting in school all day long, and when they get home, they really need time to get out, kick the ball around, get on their bike, or just do some sort of outdoor activity, and then come in and be able to do their homework, and then have some sort of reward after they finish their homework that they can look forward to. So I really try to set that, give that advice to set up some sort of structure to the afternoon and have a reward set up for after they do their homework.
So you think more like a schedule almost?
Yeah,
say, okay,
yeah,
between
so
3 and 4, we're going to kick the ball. Between 4 and 6, we're going to...
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Stephanie?
Yeah, we do the same. I like to give the kids a snack when they first come home and then let them run it out and play. But one of the things I've noticed over the years is if I send my kids off to do their homework by themselves, they don't do it. They don't focus. They don't stick to it. They're kind of, da-da-da-da-da. But if you sit next to them and you do some work or whatever it is you're doing, read a book or be on the computer or whatever kind of, things you might be doing, and have them with you in that space doing their homework, they stay focused and they'll sit there. They're still getting your attention. They're still in your place. So it takes about 20 minutes as opposed to going up and down the stairs from room to room going, do your homework, get off that, stop doing this.
Yeah.
It's right there together time, and they can get it done that way.
Designated. Mary, I've met your kids and they're perfect, so I'm sure you don't have to deal with this.
Right. No. But yeah, I think that saves time in the long run, like sitting with them and staying with them the focus time, and so you can answer the questions, and making a space too that's kind of quiet and away from everything else, and creating a box with everything they have in it, like the pencils and everything that they need. Bring that over to the space. This is the half-an-hour time we're going to sit down and focus, and really kind of make it the focus time, and then have something to look forward to afterwards.
Designated. Yeah. That's good. Okay, let's get to our next viewer question.
Hi, my name is Amy, and I am the mother of a 6-year-old boy, and we are thinking about starting allowance for the first time, and my husband and I were wondering what would be an appropriate amount for him to start with.
Aha, the cash question.
I give my kids quarters for rubbing my back.
Ah, there you go. I like the way you think.
I think starting, as low as possible, because you have only to go up when they're teens. So,
sure.
Quarters, and something that they can add easily, so helping with the math skills. And then I don't know what you would be using it for, because they don't really need money at that age, but we do dollar aisle treats, or my kids' school sells Jamba Juice on Wednesdays. So if I give them quarters, then on Wednesdays they come to school with their quarters and they can use it to buy their Jamba Juice treat or their dollar aisle. And so I start really low at that amount, because then it will go up, I'm sure, from there. I don't know, with your teens.
Yeah, and it's also good to realize there's 2 approaches to allowance. You can either do it where it's tied to a chore and have the child do their chores, and then you give them a certain amount, or you can have it where you just give them a certain amount every week and you teach them how to save and keep track of their money, and it's not attached to the chores, because you also want them to do their chores and not have it, specifically tied to money. You want to teach them responsibility, and we're a family, we're together, we all have responsibilities to make the household run, so it doesn't always have to be tied to a chore.
Yeah, I like that, and I like the idea too of it being a broader lesson about money and saving, and my sisters have, okay, you're gonna get this amount of money, but a certain percent should go to charity, a certain percent should be put away. It allows you to talk about money too.
Yeah, it does. I've never really done an allowance in our house. We just kind of I have teenagers now. I have one that's a senior and one that's a sophomore. We use a prepaid debit card to help them budget money, so I put a certain amount on it at the first of the month, and then they have to get to the end of the month and have to budget that. And as a teenager, when you're going on dates and you're going to movies and different things, it's an interesting process for them. I think at the younger ages, they aren't really old enough to grasp money. I mean, the spending of it, yes, but the real savings and the the charity and so forth. But as they get older, it becomes very natural to teach them. So I don't know, it's almost a hassle. We found it to be more work than it was beneficial to do an early allowance.
Gotcha. It's great to do it though in high school, because as you know, when you get to college and you don't know how to how to budget your money, so really to start early and start that in high school, I think is fantastic.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, let's get to our next viewer question.
Hi, I'm Megan, and my daughters will be 3 at the end of the month, and she's a thumb sucker. I know a lot of thumb sucking is security and soothing. Do I need to start discouraging her from sucking her thumb now that she's getting a little bit older? And if so, how do I do that? Because I can't seem to figure it out.
A lot of people deal with that.
That's a good one. I would say from the early days, like, do pacifier instead of the thumb if you can. But if you're already in the thumb sucking stages, around 3 is a good age to kind of start to wean them, just by going slowly, saying only at home and sleep time, not in public, wean it slowly, and then just maybe at nighttime instead of the daytime naps, and go really slowly. But it is such a comforting thing to them. We want to encourage them and say, oh, you're doing a great job not sucking your thumb.
Right.
Instead of saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, kind of a more positive approach to it, so that they don't have a fear about it or some stress over it.
Yeah.
There are tools like a guard that's, I don't know about those, how people feel about them, but they're, if the kids are older, because around 5 or 6, that's when your gum or your jaw start forming for your bigger teeth, your second teeth. So that's when you probably should really have them not. And you have a thumb sucker.
I have to say, I am the mother of a thumb sucker, and she, in the ultrasound, was sucking her thumb. So she came out of the womb a thumb sucker.
Yeah.
And you can try everything, and sometimes it's just a developmental stage until they're ready to stop sucking their thumb. And as long as you see that it's not interfering with their talking, and they're not doing it all day long. I have a 4-year-old who is still sucking her thumb while she goes down to sleep. So, but I can see, it's lessening and lessening, and then hopefully it will, from what I hear, most thumb suckers who have told me they eventually stop. And you kind of want to, around 6 or 7, 8, when they really can understand and they see socially that they don't want to be doing it anymore, can really be a part of the process in helping to stop doing it.
All right, stick around. All of you are going to be back a little later answering more questions. By the way, you can send us your questions. All you have to do is send us a YouTube link, or you can email us the video directly at the Fox 5 Morning News at Tribune.com. Raul.
Yes, dear.
What do you think of the thumb sucking? Didn't you say you're...
our kid never used a pacifier, ever. She never sucked her thumb, except recently she's been doing this, and when she gets shy, she goes like this.
Oh.
Is that different than thumbs?
Just that security and that comfort that they feel. And as the children get their self-esteem grows and their self-confidence, that usually goes away.
Okay.
But you got a new baby coming, so you got a whole new realm.
I'm glad to have you ladies here to help me out. I don't know.